Hey everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the wonderful, wobulous Project Zomboid Peach Mall 2.0 save file. In last episode, we ended up getting the book we were looking for. One of the big things I wanted to do without wasting any more of our supplies was to get ourselves the intermediate carpentry book. And the reason for this is that we could speed up our leveling in carpentry exponentially. Now the reason I want to get level 2 carpentry faster than normal is because level 2 carpentry will then allow me to create our first rain collector barrel, which means we will no longer have to worry about going house to house to collect water. It will merely have to rain. And it rains often enough in this game where that's something that we can kind of count on overall happening. And at the same time, we also have all the other carpentry books that we're going to need there on out as well. So let's go ahead and bring our book back and let's start reading it. We'll level up our carpentry, at least get it to the point where it should be multiplying pretty heavily. And as you can see, even without the multiplier, we already have almost halfway to the next level. So we should be able to hit level 2 very quickly within this episode itself and get our collector barrel up even faster. At the same time, it's going to allow us to build better walls, sturdier walls, and all this good stuff. And with these walls being built, we could slowly start to build kind of like this fortress that I've been working on. I also want to connect the current fortress quote-unquote walls with the already pre-built fence, basically allowing us to you know, do the whole not impenetrable wall thing, but kind of just build on what's already existing, if that makes sense. Where the hell did this zombie come from? I wish there was a running book. How to Sprint 101. Exponential experience gain for those who don't know how to sprint. Alright, yep. And dead sister. Bam. Good shit. Alright, so she had a ring on. Too bad. So sad. Makes me sad on the inside, no doubt. Let's just swing out and around. Again, one of the things we're going to do is knock out one of these walls soon. Zombies are pretty limited around here. I'm very curious where these like single zombies are coming from. I feel like I've taken out, for the most part, a good chunk of the population over here, but every so often a straggler just kind of shows up. It's like, hey man, you having a party in the backyard? I'm like, yeah, right this way. Here, have some of the chips. And then I chip open his skull. I just wanted to give you guys a moment to laugh at that joke. I know there's probably a few of you who are cracking up and you need the ability, you need the time to just breathe and let it all sink in that I am a comedic genius. All right, let's where's the book? Is it in here? I mean, in here? I need intermediate. So let's read this sucker right now. We'll speed up time while he does it. Bam, done. Stayed up about 3 hours later than I wanted him to. He'll sleep really late because of that. That's fine. Grab a bag of chips and let's go to bed. Delicious. He's bored. I mean, reading an intermediate carpentry book can't be terribly exciting. That's for damn sure. I don't know what he's trying to open there. And there we go. Beautiful. We'll get some carpentry done in the morning. And hopefully we'll get that rain barrel up ASAP. I'm very curious how quickly we're going to be going through it. We should be going through it pretty damn quickly, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. It's been a long while since I've gotten to this point where I've actually had to build a fort. I mean, the last good fort I had, well, that could have been in like the 50-something episode one prior to this, but there was the really good one, which was the 100 episode one that I did a long time ago. Do I miss it? It was so good. So good. Okay. So we should be getting the boost. As you can see, these arrows mean we're getting the experience boost. There's a log, so let's go ahead and start doing this. So we're at, let's take a look, 103 if I remember correctly. Yep, 103. So we'll take a look at what we're at after we're done sawing these up, because they do give experience, of course. So let's see what we get. 1. Keep an eye out around us. 2. 127. So more than 20 points just for sawing alone. Never mind building the actual wall. That is so sexy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to build the wall out this way. And because I want the walls that are going to go to this fence to be better than they are now, more sturdy, because this is going to be a more vulnerable area, especially once we knock down one of the fences. So that is the reason I'm going to go over here, because once, you know, we kind of knock down a wall and open this up to zombies, so to speak, this is going to be an area that needs to be able to take a bit more of a beating than the front of the house, which is pretty clean. Yeah, we're doing real well. This should easily... We're already more than halfway now. I mean, we were 50 points essentially away. Now we're over that halfway mark. All just for doing very simple stuff. So let's go ahead and make do. We're also going to chop down, I think, some more trees. We're probably going to run out of logs this episode with what we've got. So keeping that in mind, we'll be chopping down a lot of trees, and we'll get some building done. And then once we have the walls kind of set up around the house, I'm going to look into starting some minor gardening to show you guys how to garden. And if I can, and if I'm lucky enough to find a fishing rod or build a fishing rod or whatever, I would love to fish because I would like to experience how good it is. I hear it's a really good way to get food, but I have not had the opportunity to get it yet. Also, trapping would be good. We do have a mouse trap in one of our old houses. That mouse that's probably caught there at this point is dead and rotten, but it's good to know. So let's go ahead and do this. So we need to get to 300, I believe, is what we need to hit. We're already almost at 200. We're getting like 50 points a trip. So we're going to need, I would say we're going to need 3 or 4 more trips before we level up. That is not bad at all. Not even a little. We'll probably have to pop open another box of nails. We'll run out of nails prior to it, but I accept that. That's fine. And as you can see, we already have an empty water bottle, though we're working off 2 more. We can go fill this up in the houses nearby thereafter. And then hopefully starting next episode, we'll be able to get our water straight from the rain collector. Now, the base rain collector only gives us 2 water bottles worth of water every time it rains, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, isn't that great. But I still think it's enough. Hey, this is a zombie over there? Let's build this wall, and then let's go take care of that zombie. Not sure where she came from. If it is a she or he. I mean, it's an it, really. It's just a zombie. Hello? It's a he. Where the hell did you come from? Again, just zombies coming out of nowhere. I hope they're not in this house. That'd be a kind of a pain. I mean, they could be. The gunshot could have drove them over this way. I think it was last episode that the gunshot went off. Alright. Well. We're good. House is empty. Weird. Yeah, we're going to need 2 more trips. So it's a total of 3 trips that'll cause us to level. It'll probably be like 2.5. We'll probably level up sawing up the logs up here. But not bad. Zombie kills. How much do we have right now? Almost. We're so close to 1,500. That beautiful 1,500 mark. I still would love to right click and just have the ability to saw all logs. Like, I'd love that. Very, very small quality of life option for us. Would be nice. Let's pop over here. And start popping up some walls. This is where the survival aspects can get a little bit slower, but in games like these, that's really what makes it kind of makes a difference, because you kind of put your time and effort into these things, and it ups the stakes. See, to me, and I've had this discussion prior in a long time ago on a series long ago, about the, I don't want to say the boredom, but the slow-paced nature of building forts and prepping everything and the work that goes into it. And this goes true, or this holds true for any game of its ilk, and why I think it's integral to this type of game to be as tense and as scary as it can be. So, you know, when you first start Project Zomboid, in my opinion, you don't really care all that much, right? You're kind of this guy who has nothing, and sure, you're trying to survive and everything, but if you die, you die, and that can hold true for, you know, an indefinite amount of time, so long as you don't have a lot of stuff that you've hoarded over time. Now, one of the big things that you know makes a survival game like this is that tension, is that feeling of losing it all. So in a game where it starts you with nothing, you know, the first few hours of the game, you know, if you're putting hours into it, can really mean a whole lot of nothing, especially if you die, because if you didn't, you know, loot or anything, if you didn't build a safe house or whatever, when you die, what are you losing really? You're really losing nothing. You can start fresh, and you kind of can get to where you were within minutes. It's when you start to get into the nitty-gritty of this game, when you really start to, oh, we can't actually pop, we need more skill points. That's annoying. Well, let's keep building. It's when you start getting to the nitty-gritty, the details, the actual survival elements, such as building and hoarding all that stuff, that things start to get scary. And, you know, moments like this where I'm putting in a lot of time just to build these walls, just to secure this house that's kind of the place I'm going to be living in for the foreseeable future. Once that's done, or even, you know, mostly done, or you've put work into it and maybe it's almost finished, that's when things start to get really scary in these types of games. And the reason it starts to get scary is because now you have something to lose, right? Now you have all this work. Not only are you losing the fort and all the items within it, but you've now lost all that time that you've put in to making sure that you have this safe house, that you have these elements of, you know, a comfortable living situation. That's when it starts to get really, really scary. And that's when games like this start to shine. Any game, not just Project Zomboid, but any game that's really heavily rooted in survival and permadeath, that's when it starts to get really fun. And that's things like Dwarf Fortress as well, which I wish I had the time to learn how to play that game. I just don't. That's when that all gets crazy cool, and that's when it gets a lot of fun. And, you know, that's where this game starts to shine. So if you guys, I know there are definitely people out there, because I do read the forums and stuff, that just don't feel the tension of the game necessarily as much as other people do. I urge you, in order to feel it, to really put, if you haven't, to really put some time in and build something that you're proud of, whether it be a fort or a stash of food that you've been hoarding after power's gone out and all this stuff. That's when things get really scary in this game. All right, we're going to go ahead and fill up our water. I'm just going to go across the street and hope that this is going to be enough. Fill empty water bottle. Let's just go ahead and fill it all. Now, we still have water in there. That's good. We have 3 in there, which is kind of strange. We'll get our character in bed, and then what we'll do in the morning is swing into the mall and start maybe clearing out the upstairs to gain some skill points. We need a skill point. I'd love to keep building this outward. The thing is, I don't know where I want to build it to. Do I want to encompass 2 houses? Probably not. I just want this 1 house, so I'll probably just build it to here and go straight across. I also need to barricade this house and stuff. Put some planks up on the windows. Not necessarily the doors. It's too... Okay. Good thing I saw him through the window real quick. Excuse me, sir. I don't remember saying that I was having a block party or anything today. If you could just please leave me alone. That's why we need walls, ladies and gents. Stop the zombies from coming in like that. Let's take a quick look outside and make sure. Looks good to me. I don't know where he came from either. Kind of creepy. He was really excited for a party that wasn't happening too. I don't know who informed him or told him that there was a party, but obviously not happening. Gunshot. We'll have to check the nearby area to see if it attracted any zombies or anything near the house. Clear them out, clean them out if we have to, which we will. And now we're getting our first night of getting cold. This is important. It is is it the 1st of September? Literally September 1st. And my guy's like, it's cold, man. It's like, dude, get over yourself. But what we can do, really, to stave this off is simple. We'll just go outside. Ooh, it's raining. Oh, maybe it's not. And we look for a sweater. We don't want a blouse. Is it raining? It is raining. See, this would be the great day to have a rain collector. Just go from zombie to zombie and see if we can get ourselves a sweater off of one of these guys. A vest could be good. Prefer getting a sweater, though. There we go. So we'll just slap this sucker on. And our cold problems should go away. And now we're making a fashion statement. The rain is also going to prevent me from wanting to go too far out. So I'm not going to. The walk to the mall could take a while, so. Let's pop a soda for breakfast. Did it stop raining as soon as I went inside? No, it's still raining. I think I just went inside, so it was, the noise just stopped. Is there a bathroom? There's got to be a bathroom up here, right? I want to check something real quick. So we can fill it within the tub. So let's fill this empty water bottle in the tub. A little bit of extra water. Okay. I really don't know if I want to go out there while it rains, so we'll spend the day home. Let's pop open the fridge. Ice cream for dinner. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious. Ice cream never goes bad, as you know. And we'll get our character in bed. I wouldn't call it a waste of time, but I hate wasting supplies like that. I had something to drink for breakfast, something to eat for dinner, and we didn't accomplish anything. So not only did we not replenish those supplies by looting for that day, we also didn't make any progress building or looting anything at all. So those supplies were literally wasted sitting around and waiting for the rain to stop, which puts a damper on things. A day's wasted supplies. It's still raining. You know what? F it, man. Let's just go. Let's get into the mall. Let's hope we don't. Hopefully, we don't get drenched. Drenched is the problem that I want to avoid, because that's when we start getting sick, and that's not something we want to do. All right, good. I figured it would stop raining pretty shortly. Just wanted to get out there anyway. I forgot to put away all these books. And we do have some food in here. Not much. Modeska? Modeska? Is that how you say that? Modjeska. My favorite food of all time. Let's wait for him to catch his breath so we can have him sprint some more. How much weight is he carrying? Almost max. Luckily, we're not going to loot. We're going to build some experience stuff, but there we go. Need to even that out. It was bothering me. Alright, Maul, I'm back and I'm ready for action. Give me your worst. Let's actually just make sure that the first floor is as clear as I think it is. I'm sure there are zombies still on the first floor. I mean, if there are zombies out in that field that I missed, there's definitely going to be zombies in the mall that I missed. That doesn't surprise me at all. Just where are they? Probably in the employee alleyways down there. The employee hallways. There's a couple Zeds out here. Did I not check this area? I haven't. We'll loot the shit out of this. But first... Sir! It looks like you could offer me some experience points. Same with you, ma'am. Definitely would prefer fighting out here if I can. I don't know if I have my shotgun and shotgun shells. If I do, that would make grinding experience a little bit easier. Alright, you know what? We'll wrap this episode up here and we'll grind out these zombies next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, come back tomorrow. More Daily Project Zomboid, and consider dropping a like, as it helps me out a great deal. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.